What up, y'all? What up, man? Good morning on this beautiful February the 3rd, 2019, man. It's 3 days before my mama's birthday, man. Ain't that something? I ain't done this in a while, man. I used to, man, what is 2019? I ain't done this, I think, since 2017. Uh, I know I started doing this right here, basically just, saying something inspiring, to people, you know what I'm saying? Putting it on social media or whatever. Y'all never mind me taking my time right now because I'm getting together things in my mind, because I just experienced some, and I'm gonna share it with y'all. But I want to say this right here. I'm gonna make this brief as possible. No matter what you do in life, especially when you done came from some difficulties and you done came from some bad habits and some bad ways, and you're in a whole different position now in your life, and the devil gonna do everything he can. He'll use whoever he'll use your family, your kids if he can. He'll use your so-called homeboys and homegirls. You know what I'm saying? He'll use your parents if he can. He'll use your wife, your husband if he can. You know what I'm saying? Especially when he see he can't use you. But all you gotta do is, I ain't trying to preach or nothing to y'all, but I'm just telling you something real. Like this is real. You know what I'm saying? This is something worth telling you. I ain't gonna get on here and talk a bunch of shit and hold a bankroll to my ear, this and this and this, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that, to each his own, but I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something that's gonna impact your life. You know what I'm saying? Something that you can give your kids and inspire their life. You know what I'm saying? Something that they can tell somebody and inspire their life. So on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? The devil, man, like I say, he'll come at you through anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna give you an example, like yesterday, you know what I'm saying? Actually, like the last 2 days, but I'm gonna focus on yesterday. Like yesterday, man, the devil sent something my way that I wasn't even looking for. Here I am. I'm at home. I'm at home with my beautiful wife to be. You know what I'm saying? With my family. In our beautiful home, and my wife had got off work. I'm cooking, getting ready to feed my. You know what I'm saying? Feed my best friend. You know what I'm saying? We finna chill or whatever. And I ended up. I ain't gonna say I got a phone call, but one of my relatives was reaching out, you know what I'm saying, to my one of my stepdaughters or whatever, you know what I'm saying, trying to get in contact with me or whatever. I'm thinking it's some emergency or whatever, so I ended up getting the number and reaching back out, you know what I'm saying, and come to find out that wasn't nothing but the devil using me, you know what I'm saying, well, not using me, but using, my relatives to try to get me off course, you know what I'm saying. Because he know where I'm at now from where I done been, and he know the direction I'm headed in, you know what I'm saying? And he don't want me to make it there on time. That's one thing the devil, man, he don't want y'all to make it there on time. He'll use whoever. He'll use your so-called homies and homegirls, and like I say, you know what I'm saying? But, one thing I did, and I'm gonna share this with y'all, that's why I was gonna say at the beginning of this video, acknowledge God and look around. You know what I'm saying? That's what I did. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest, man. When them little words came to me, which I'd rather not go into detail on, they came to me, you know what I'm saying? I knew it wasn't up the devil, but I ain't gonna lie, they kind of got to me temporarily. But even as that irritation, that anger was building up in my mind, I acknowledged God and I looked around. You know what I'm saying? I acknowledged God and I looked around, And as I acknowledged God and I looked around, I'm like, hold up, man, I'm blessed. Man, I done been through. I done came from ripping around the streets, hustling here and there, doing this and doing that, keeping my mother disappointed and letting my dad down, and you know what I'm saying, just done all type of stuff. We went to prison, and you know what I'm saying, and these so-called homeboys and homegirls. My grandmama did told me that, but that's another story. She told me that you see who is who when you on your sick bed or you in prison or something, you know what I'm saying, and always, I don't care. That's my whole point I'm making, man. Always acknowledge God, whether it's through prayer or whether it's saying the devil is a lie, however you do it, but do it from your heart. Acknowledge God and look around. Because I guarantee you, it's going to change the whole course. It's going to change the whole course of your mind and how you respond to the little trick and trap of the devil. Because that's all it be, tricks and traps. It's all about focus. See, the devil don't want us to focus, and the people that he use, like some people, I ain't saying nobody the devil, but if your mind ain't in the right place, it's easy for the devil to manipulate your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you bothering somebody that ain't even bothering you. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's doing what they supposed to do to the best of their ability and constantly growing and getting better. Ain't nobody better than nobody. Like me, my motto is I ain't better than nobody. I'm just better than how I used to be. You know what I'm saying? But always Anybody who listen to this, man, yeah, I promise God got this on my heart for whoever, somebody else. I don't know where somebody in their life right now, but always, man, always acknowledge God and look around you. When I acknowledge God, it humbled me. You know what I'm saying? And then I looked around at the same time. I looked around like, man, look at me, man. Little old knucklehead Tavares from South Memphis used to run the streets with a snotty nose in Riverside, you know what I'm saying? And everywhere else I've been. Look at me now. You know, the devil been trying to destroy me my whole life, even through some of these same people that I'm mentioning, you know what I'm saying? And when I look around, when I acknowledge God and look around, it make me feel foolish that I even gave my time to acknowledge those words that was spoken to me, you know what I'm saying? Or the things that were said over the phone. I'm like, man, I'm blessed. I'm on the highest flight in the best airplane, built by the best airplane builder. That little turbulence right there, it ain't gonna even, man, little turbulence so small and so meaningless, it ain't gonna even rock my plane, not even a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Unless I allow it. That's the message I'm giving y'all, man. Don't let the devil steal your concentration. When you focusing on something greater, when you might just be in a simple place in your life. You might not be rich or having fancy cars, but if you humble, man, you got your little apartment, you got your little 9 to 5, I don't care if you work at McDonald's, whatever you're doing, and you humble with it, and you know what you're struggling with, like, you know what you've been through. Don't you let the devil manipulate you to feeling like, you know, oh, I ain't really done nothing. You know what I'm saying? Don't let that devil come through. I don't care if it come through your daddy, your mama, your so-called homie, homegirl, or none of that. You know what I'm saying? Because he'll use anybody if he can. He'll use your kids if he can. I'm just saying, always acknowledge God and look around. You know, I promise you, man, it'll change the way you look at, you know what I'm saying, your life. It'll change the way you respond to, because I ain't gonna lie, I once I acknowledged God and looked around, I immediately felt foolish. Like, why did I even give that much of my time? Because I was irritated. It kind of had me irritated for like 10, 15 minutes. You know, I was in the kitchen cleaning up, you know, cooking for my wife and still doing what I was doing, but it had me irritated. Because I'm like, man, why is this coming? Like, and I realized, man, that's the devil. I'm up here minding my business at my house. I ain't bothering nobody, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't really go around a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? Especially a lot of people I used to run the streets with, come up with, I see they still on the same thing, you know what I'm saying? They mind, and truth be told, a lot of people that you know that still on the, like, say if you went, like my vacation, which was wasn't the most pleasant vacation at the time, but I went to prison, you know what I'm saying, for like 9 years. I come back home, you know what I'm saying? Left in 22 and come back home like 31, you know what I'm saying? People still doing the same thing they were doing when I was 16 and 14 when we used to run the streets, and younger than it. You know, for a minute, I almost ignored those warning signs, but I didn't, though. I took heed, you know what I'm saying? And if you in a situation like that, your unpleasant vacation or pleasant vacation, it may not be prison. Hell, you might just go out of town and move away from it, then come back and some years later to your hometown, and you see people still doing the same thing. You see a nigga on the corner that was selling dimes and nickel bags of weed, and you come back and he ain't, you know, hopefully he got a job of doing something greater, but if he ain't doing nothing, you know what I'm saying, more cleaner, he should at least be selling pounds or something by now. You know, you still doing the same thing? That's poison, man. Some people be poison to you, man. Stay away from that, man. Stay away from that, man. You know what I'm saying? Because then they'll have the nerve to try to convince you that, you know, oh, man, you think you all that. Oh, what you doing ain't nothing better, this and this and that and that, man. Stay away from that, because some people be very poisonous to your life, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a witness, man. The devil tried to get at me yesterday, but look at me today. I'm smiling. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful because I know I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? I knew right then to acknowledge God and look around. I acknowledged God and God humbled me, and I looked around like, why? I'm over here in a whole nother lane for the first time in my life. Why am I, you know what I'm saying, letting somebody who probably in their heart wish they was in this lane, you know what I'm saying, even irritate me? You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, like I said in the Bible, man, you got to be ye separated from some people, man. Pray for them, you know what I'm saying? Stay away from them, you know what I'm saying? I'm at the point in my life, man, if it ain't God, my kids and my wife and people like my dad or my Aunt Betty or my mama or certain people, like, you know what I'm saying, I don't got the time for it, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got the time for no negative energy, you know what I'm saying? You want to be on some negative energy, you know what I'm saying? And I inspire y'all to have that same message to your haters or your so-called, you know, unpositive fans. And I call them unpositive fans because, you know, they fans of you falling off, you know what I'm saying? They fans of you, you know what I'm saying? The devil will turn people to being, know what I'm saying? And sometimes they have a little love for you genuinely, but over the years, man, if they ain't careful with how their mind is and how they use their mind on things they dwell on in their mind, the devil can you manipulate their mind to turn it to, you know what I'm saying, to transform them into being a fan of your downfall, a fan of your tears, a fan of your sadness. You know what I'm saying? Don't want to see nothing good happen for you. Yeah, some people tell you, I'm proud of you. I done heard it since I've been out. Man, I'm proud of you doing this and doing it. And in that same breath, as soon as I make one mistake, out of 100 right choices, I can make 1 or 2, 3 bad choices. And I knew it, this and this. Because they fans of your downfall. I get it, though. But I love all my fans. I love the fans of my come up as well as the fans of my downfalls. You know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't be ambitious and determined and driven if I am. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for my fans on both sides of the field, my fans for my good and my fans for my bad. Like, you know, I know what energy I get from it. So with that being said, if you're in a place right now in your life, man, and the devil going out his way to distract you from what you're looking at, to discourage you, discourage you from acknowledging who you are, and most definitely trying to discourage you from acknowledging who brought you to where you at in life, even if it's in a big or small way. Acknowledge God. Let me look you dead in the eye when I tell you this. Acknowledge God. You hear me? Acknowledge God and look around. And you're going to realize I'm way beyond blessed. More than I ever gave myself credit for. I love y'all. I'm 10. Signing off, man. Y'all be and remain blessed. Don't let nothing, nobody talk you out of it. All right, I'm out.